Hi, my name's Rich Olsen, and I've been asked to tell you what I did as a child before there was technology for fun. So, I was born at a time when there was not computers, video games, any electronics that produced fun. But I had a fun childhood. Basically, what we did, my friends and I, is we rode our bikes a lot, any place we wanted to go, and it was always safe to go everywhere. So we rode our bikes to the park. We played baseball in the park, kickball, football, just threw the ball. We hung out at the park and played around. We rode down to the beach where I grew up. We were only about 8 miles from the beach, so our parents allowed us to drive or ride our bikes down to the beach, and we hung out at the beach all day. Came home. Um, Of course, we had our chores to do, so sometimes on Saturdays that took up our time. Um, I like to make models, so a lot of times I had a spot in the garage that my dad had a desk from one of his workplaces that was stored there, and I cleared that off and I built models in there. These were balsa wood models. This was before radio controlled models.
Ask him what kind of model. What kind of models did you make?
These were balsa wood models, and they were airplanes, so they were gliders. I didn't really care for the power gas models, which we did have, so they were just balsa wood models, and we covered them in either silk or tissue paper. The first ones I made were out of tissue paper, and then we used a product. It was called Dope, DOPE, and it was kind of like a heavy lacquer, and you would put coats of this on, and it would make the tissue paper or the silk cloth become hardened and tight, and it created the covering for the wings and the body. And then they were hand launched either by a long cord or a big piece of what they call it. It was rubber tubing, surgical tubing, and a piece of nylon cord, and you would stretch it out and let it go, and it was a free flight, so there was no control. You just hoped that it
Didn't go on someone's roof.
didn't go on someone's roof or crash into the road. We usually went down to a big field, and you would preset the rudder on the glider so that there was a place that you had a counter rudder that would so it would launch straight, and then when it came off of the launch cord, it would pull the counter rudder off and then set the glider into a nice long easy turn, and it just would take and make these long turns until it came back down to earth or to the ground. And so I made a lot of models. Later on, when I got a little bit older and had a part-time job, I bought a car, and then I spent plenty of time working on the car and fixing it up. I was I did a lot of shotgun shooting, so my brother and my friends and I would go down to the shotgun range, and we would do trap and skeet shooting. I liked target shooting, so I spent a lot of time target shooting. But mainly we spent a lot of time outside playing football, baseball, running around like that. That's what we did.
What was your favorite thing out of those things that you did?
I liked, I really liked them all. Um, I think maybe I really liked all of it. Perhaps my favorite thing might have been when I was a little bit older going trap and skeet shooting. I did that every Tuesday night with my brother and my good friend. So perhaps that might have been my favorite thing I looked forward to. Um, and maybe the reason for that is because I was with my brother and my very good friend, and we did that all through high school. Um, I started when I was about 16. My dad gave my brother and I for Christmas the exact same kind of shotgun, and actually my friend had the exact same kind. And it's something we did every Tuesday night. We really looked forward to it. We did it all through high school and our first year of college until my good friend and I left on our missions, and my brother was about a year younger than I was, and so we did it right up until we left on our missions. And of course, when we came back from our missions, we were a little bit older and went on to our other goals of going to school and so forth. So.
What would be a good thing that I could try at home that you've done for fun?
Well, probably now, but it would involve technology because I really enjoyed the later on as radio controlled gliding became more affordable. Um, I moved into I made several radio controlled gliders. I really enjoyed building them, and then of course the next step after free flight gliders was the radio control gliders. That came out kind of in the early 70s, probably before that a little bit, but I noticed it in the early 70s. And now the technology for radio controlled anything is far superior to what we first had. So I hate to, you're talking about something that is not technology, but I would suggest maybe something radio controlled. I really like the gliders.
I have an airplane. I have an RC airplane.
RC airplane is fun. The cars I see are really fun. So something like that. Yeah. Anything that gets you outside.